I don't know what happened to Nemo. He was on here a second ago, and I guess he logged off. I guess. Hi, I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time, and hey, Nemo, he's back.
Yes, sir.
All right, what happened to you?
I just refreshed and it just took me off.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what happens when you refresh.
It wasn't up.
Okay.
I mean, it was
Okay, let's
the
start
time
this
was real
again.
behind.
Hi, I'm your host Oraldo for It's Tejano Time,
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
and you're listening and watching Tejano Talk.
Yay!
So, Nemo, you're probably wondering why we have a title and not a big thumbnail of an artist. Were you wondering that?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah. Today, well, last week we were supposed to have Texas Latino, and so I pushed him back to this week because originally this week we were supposed to have Roxy, Jay's wife, which I've been looking forward to interviewing her for a while. Back in I think September, I've been trying to get her on there, and this she canceled on me 3 times already. So I don't know if I'm going to reach out to
You
her
get the
anymore.
hint.
Yeah, well, someone just told me that she works at night, so she can't always do that,
What does
which
she do
is
at night?
I don't know. I haven't interviewed her, but I heard she works at night like that. So maybe that's
Okay.
why she's had to cancel because her work schedule didn't open up to be on here by 6:30 to do the show at 7.
Got it.
Which which so okay, so she was supposed to, and so Sevi, Texas Latino, and Gabe, the lead singer for Texas Latino, was supposed to be on here, but Gabe works until 8 o'clock, like that, and
So we
so
don't
he.
need him. We all we need
No,
seven.
we want Gabe.
Oh, okay. We want.
Gabe's a real good singer. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah,
enjoy.
yeah. Mhm.
I mean, do we have to do the show with Gabe? No, but I think Sevi probably wants like
What
a.
does he do at 8 o'clock at night?
He works. I don't know where he works. Most Tejano artists they got a regular 9 to 5 or noon to 8. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
People work until like at nighttime now, like that. They avoid the traffic, and so they decide to start at 10 o'clock or something like that. I don't know. Not everybody's lucky enough to have my job where I start at 9:30 and I finish by 12:30, and then I stick around to on campus. Today was actually the first day of class,
How'd it
and
go?
it went well. My daughter got sick this past weekend, and being an old fart that I am, little kids make me sick. So my daughter got sick. She made me sick. And so she had a fever. I didn't. I had like a low level fever. I didn't have a fever this morning, so I was gonna cancel the first day, But I said, you know what? I don't have a fever. I'll go in. Now I feel like I have a little fever, like that. So after the show, we might cut the show off a little early. I'm gonna go to bed. I am
Let's
so
let's
freaking tired.
let's do it.
We're not gonna leave right now because
Oh,
eventually we'll have some of our P1s, our people like our chatters out there that like expect us to be here every Tuesday. Which brings me okay. So so,
where they
so
at?
well, okay. Well, Gabe had to. He couldn't get off of work this time, and he actually went in early. But I think he said something. Sevi told me that he just got off the phone with Sevi, and there was an emergency or something like that, so he couldn't get out early enough. And then Sevi actually has, Sevi's a record producer, and so he's got people in his studio right now, and he said, "You know what? I I had to push back a lot of these artists because of the snow and stuff like that, and so they're wanting to come in and do all this stuff, produce like that. So,
I can see that.
yeah, and
I can see because
instead of
it
having,
snowed pretty bad in San Antonio.
yeah, well, it did, I guess, and instead, he said, instead, I don't want to have to quiet down all these guys in the studio like that during the podcast. Can we do it tomorrow? And I said, well, we can't do it tomorrow because we're a Tuesday show like that. So I said, the next available spot I have is March 4th. Okay. All the other, well, I have 2 other spots open, but I'm saving those. One's for Beano, and that's like March. I think 11th because that's the Tuesday before Fanfare. So I haven't contacted Bino, but I'm going to reach out to him later this week, or next week, and confirm that he's going to be here. I have that open for him because I talked to him at the Tejano Music Awards this past November, and I said I would love to have you on the show again and let's promote Tejano Fanfare. And he said, yeah, let's do it. And so, but you know, I get that response from everybody. You
Yeah, yeah,
know, yeah, whether they show up or not, that's a different
yeah.
story. Which gets to
Call
me,
me.
yeah,
Don't
exactly.
call me. I'll call you.
Okay, and another one, I have this artist. I met her 2 years ago, and I keep forgetting to book her, and I kept on telling her. She's a Cajuto artist. I don't know if you know who she is. Her name is Liz Garcia. Do you know who Liz Garcia is? Okay. Well, she's got a great voice. When I met her like 2 years ago, I met her at Fanfare 2 years ago, and I was supposed to meet Pancho Pistola. This is the year that Americo and I went to Fanfare. And so I met her there. I met her promoter, and the promoter's great. She's a real professional. She's when I send an email or a text, instantly responds and stuff like that. So I feel bad that I haven't booked her. But I saw her at the Town Music Awards in November, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to save you a spot in February. So February, I think 11th is the 11th. Excuse me. February 11th or the 18th, I have reserved to contact her and give her that spot. If she can't do it on that day, then she'll have to wait until April or June or something like that. But I told her I'd give her a spot in
Are we that
February.
booked or why?
Huh? Yeah.
Are we that booked or why?
Well, I only have two spots left, and I already told you the other two spots that I
You're
have
saving.
reserved. One's for
Hmm.
Bino, and the other one's for Liz Garcia. All
Got it.
right, and so I'm booked up until Fanfare, and I have one more booking 2 weeks after Fanfare.
So who
Okay,
do we have next week?
uh, that's a good question. Oh, George Salazar, like that.
And
You
he
may not
is.
know him, but I think I told you he was at. I think he was nominated at the Tejano Music Awards. I can't remember which awards like that. I think he has a new single out. Here, hold on a second. Let me see who's. I think it's George Salazar, like that.
Maybe you could play his video.
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah, it's George Salazar. I know his. I met his wife before I met him, and his wife's name is Norma. She streams a lot on Facebook, and she always says, "I don't have the rights for this music," and then she just streams everybody, like that. I, I think she thinks that clears her from copyright law, but it doesn't.
Well, well, I mean, let's try it.
What? Just stream live at the
Hmm.
events? Well,
Hmm.
no one's gonna ding her for it. I mean, because thousands of people do it all the time. So, and it's like free advertising for them. I don't know why they would do it. Now, if they did the whole concert, then I would have an issue if I was an artist.
So are you gonna? You can play his video so everybody knows who he is.
No, I'll play it during the show,
No,
like
let's.
that.
We play it today, and he'll be
Well,
here next week,
wait.
and that'll kind of give him a reason to tune in.
Okay, but I have stuff I have to talk about.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
other
Okay.
things like
All
I
right.
want to talk about.
All right.
Okay, so we have George Salazar next week on the 28th.
Got it.
We have Elisa Marie.
Got it.
Okay, Grupo Sanyal. Hopefully she doesn't cancel on me again.
She
And
won't.
I have Joanna Ray. Yeah, she's been on the show before. She's doing a tour with Jenny B. Like that. I think they had
Oh,
their
that's
first dual girl concert this past Saturday. I was talking to Lawrence about it. Okay, and oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tell everybody subscribe. Okay, we need everybody's help. Okay, as our subscriber uh, numbers go up, so will the artists want to be on the show, and they won't cancel with us. Okay, which I've been having an issue with. Okay, aka Texas Latino. And if you're an artist and you want to subscribe, contact me. Contact me at buddy at itstehano time@gmail.com. You know not to contact him because he's not going to do it. Like unless you want to,
you can contact me at his email.
yeah. Especially if you want to advertise on Tejano USA.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll definitely say, "Hey, I want to add a Tejano USA. I got money."
Bam.
Make sure you put a lot of dollar signs, and he will get to you as soon as possible. Right?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Whoops. Let me go back. Let's get back here. Okay. Now I got that part away. But please subscribe. Like I said, artists would be more willing to come if we had over 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that, right?
I
If we
would.
show the numbers. Yeah, you would like that. Okay. I am getting stressed out.
Over?
The show.
Oh.
I was like, I was sick this past weekend, so
Hmm.
this morning I was going, dang, I have to do Tejano talk tonight, and
You don't have to because again, it was we said that we were not going to do during the holidays, and MLK is a big holiday. So I don't know what's wrong with you, man. You know, just
did you
saying.
party it up yesterday?
Yeah, for
You didn't
MLK.
work yesterday.
Mm-mm.
Okay, you're still partying, right? You get that ultra down there.
We're yeah, they were off on MLK Day.
Okay, well, I was off yesterday too, but
See, you see
it
there?
was, yeah, but it wasn't a big celebration for me or anything like that. It's just a normal holiday. Like President's Day is gonna. I don't think I get President's Day off. Do you? You get
No.
no? Okay, so you got MLK Day off too. But my daughter has that day off. She's got the 17th and the 18th of February off because of President's Day, like that. I think that the Monday is President's Day. Tuesday is just a staff development, so she has that day off, like that. And then on that Thursday, February 20th, it's the Premios Mundial Awards. It's in San Antonio on Thursday, so
Are you going?
yeah, I'm going. And I'm going to pick up a friend of ours and take him over there, like that. I just finished talking. Okay, let me tell you why I've been stressed out. Booking this show.
Oh, okay.
Booking this show. I want to be Nemo. Okay? I want to be the guy that just shows up at the beginning of the show, 5, 10 minutes before the show starts. Take a nice shower before I get here, just have everything set and done and ready. And then not have to prep for the show and just ask the questions I want to ask, like that. And then have a sidekick that feeds other questions that he's already prepared and stuff like that, right? So Nemo, you got a good job here. Even though you don't get paid, you got a good deal here. I don't know if you believe that or not, but I do appreciate you being on the show. I do like that, but I want to be Nemo sometimes.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be called Tejano Time. You know what I mean?
It's
Maybe it
not.
should
It's
be
called
called
Tejano Talk.
Tejano Time, Tejano Talk.
What should it be called?
Well, if I were running it, it would be Tejano USA, but
Okay,
I'm
so
not. I'm not running it, so
okay, but if I switched it to Tejano USA on its Tejano time, you would do all the bookings and stuff like that.
if that would happen, I'm sure I would. Yeah.
Is there a huge possibility of that happening? I'll change the name. I have no loyalty to Tejano
No.
Talk. The only loyalty I have is Tejano Time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but we
mean,
could call it Tejano
I have no
USA.
interest in doing that.
Okay, see, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to do different? Well, I told you I talked to a mutual friend of ours that's been on the show before.
Okay.
Can you guess who it is?
Um.
And I'm going to take
Um.
this guy to Fort
Um.
Worth, Mundial, Premiers Mundial. He's going to hitch a ride with me.
Okay.
Do you know who it is?
So is it Lawrence?
No, Lawrence lives in San Angelo. This
Oh,
guy,
okay. Somebody that lives here. Okay, got it.
yeah, in Fort
Okay.
Worth.
Okay. So then,
Our friend
and
Mark,
Mark, got it.
one of our P1s over here, okay?
Hmm.
And I talked to Mart and I said, Mart, I am getting stressed. I'm like saying, I'm not sure if I want to do Tejano Talk anymore, like that, because these people. And I told him the story,
Situation.
the situation. I'm not blaming Texas Latino much, because they're not the only ones. We got No Show Lucky Joe that's canceled 3 times. We've
Hmm.
got Rick Balderrama. We got who else? Louder Linda. We got who else? We got that's canceled. Elisa Marie canceled one time. We got other people canceling stuff. And what we had David Farias cancel one time, but he made it up the second time around. So, I'm willing to give everybody at least one shot. When you give me three, when I give you 3 shots and you don't even call me, and you know,
Who
I
was that?
feel
Just
good.
Lucky Joe, right? That's three.
No, I think there was a couple other people that
Oh,
I gave them 3 tries, but they, you know, I'm still trying to call the Elisa Marie. No, not Elisa.
Elida.
No, Isabel Marie. Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
so Mark from Free Records still working on that with the Elita for this show. But I asked Mark if he could do me a huge favor. And he said yes. And so he's going to be in charge of booking our guests. starting April, like
Nice.
that's so. And I said, I'm an old fucker. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm an old
Oh,
Tejano guy.
oh, fucker.
Yeah, no, I'm an old guy, and so this stuff just causes me stress, and I don't want to live like this anymore. So and Mart, he's 32. He can handle all that stress. To him, it's a
Well,
cakewalk.
he has, yeah, he has all the connections and stuff. So
Well, he doesn't have all the connections, but
he has a lot of them.
yeah, well, he goes to a lot of these bands, and I said, and one of his goals is to be a promoter. And so, you know what? I asked him what some of his goals were, and he said, "Yeah, being a promoter for clubs and festivals and stuff like that is something he's interested in doing. Maybe Town USA in Dallas. You're not working Dallas market. Maybe he'll work the Dallas market for you.
Mhm.
Well, we'll test drive him right now for Tejano Talk and see if he you're not making any money now for Dallas. What if he gets 80%? What if you do a 60-40 split and you don't have to do anything?
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm good, but yeah, I'll work with anyone. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. So I don't know, but so I said, okay, if you are the official booker for Tejano Talk, that'll give you a little bit more clout with all these artists. So well,
Will it really? Will
what
it
you don't
really?
think so? Well, more clout than he has now.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, so he'll get. You know
fair
what?
point. Mhm.
I will probably give him a jacket if he books. I have extra jackets, and I'm like dangling this in front of him like that. I gave him a hat, gave him a shirt, but I still have this jacket that has Tejano time on it and stuff like that. If he could book all of April before Valentine's Day, I will give him the jacket. And I
Mm,
will probably give him card saying, booking agent for Tejano Talk, YouTube. It's Tejano Time or something like that.
perfect.
Give him some credentials, and I'll give
Yeah,
him a media.
it's a win-win.
Yeah. So, and I'll give him a media pass for Tejano Talk, or it's Tejano Time, and a lanyard and stuff, make him more official and stuff like that. I already have media passes like that already built in, but he's got to earn that privilege to have that. So, this is how he's going to earn it if he can do all that stuff for me like
Mhm.
that and relieve, and it's well worth it because it's not going to be any money off of me because I already bought the stuff, I already made the stuff, right?
Mhm.
So he's got to prove that he really wants it. And so this is how he's going to do it. And of course, he's not getting paid because none of us are getting paid, right? And I told him, I said, I do not want to hear that you are charging these artists money to be on our show. Because,
Are you serious? That I mean that. Yeah,
oh,
I mean
yeah.
more power to him if he does, but I don't
No,
see
well,
how. We're not there. We're not even close to there being there
well,
for
I
people to
know.
feel.
But what I'm saying is,
I,
back in the
yeah.
radio days, there was something payola. You remember that
Uh-huh.
saying? Like that? That was illegal. That you would
Yeah,
charge.
I know, but
Right.
you're acting like we're a top 40 station, and then
No. Well, see, I
yeah,
don't want to get in trouble for anything close to being having payola to do so.
it's YouTube. I think we're okay. If he could get money out of them, by all means. I
No,
mean,
no, no,
that's
no, no,
badass.
no, no, no.
That's a good salesman. The fact that he could get money for this show,
Oh,
by far.
if he could book like
Yeah.
ads, I mean, if he gets
No,
like
and I'm just saying, if he could get money from artists,
no, oh, I don't
then
want to charge
by
artists.
all means, that's a great salesman because anybody look at the show and they can say, "How much you would pay? You want me to pay?" And you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
no, I don't want to charge artists. Now, if he books like a nightclub, and then we could put in an ad, but we'll have to do like a money split, and it's got to be approved by us. But I'm not interested in putting ads on the show like Bumper does, and you know,
yeah, we're
uh,
not talking about. You weren't talking about putting ads. You were talking about charging the artist to be on our
just
show.
to be on as a
Yeah,
guest.
yeah, yeah,
$50 and you'll be on Tejano Talk. No, I
yeah.
don't want to do that.
I'm just saying, if
Because
anybody's paid to get on this show, I mean that is
oh,
a good
I've been
salesman.
offered
That,
money.
that's a great salesman,
I've been offered money to be on the show.
really,
Yeah, and I said no, I don't do that. I
on this
said
show.
on this show. Yes,
Wow. Okay.
yes. By
Did we have that person for free? I hope.
no, we didn't have him on the show.
Why
We
not?
tried to book him,
Oh,
but they didn't. It was a member of the band that contacted me. Said, "Hey, can I pay you just for us to be on the show?" There was another band I don't remember that said, "I got a a CD release. I never heard of this band, and I said, "Well, I'm sorry if I don't know who you are. I'm not gonna." You got to get a thumbs up from people that are reputable to me, not just because you think you got a good CD. Does that make sense? Like any artist gets approved by Lawrence will be approved by me. Does that
Oh,
make
okay.
sense?
Yeah, of course
Okay.
that makes sense. We're always
Right.
piggybacking off him.
Well,
Yeah,
not
that
always,
makes
but yeah.
total sense.
Okay.
I'm
But
surprised that.
if they've been on Bumper's show, doesn't mean that I'll put them on my show. Because Bumper puts on a lot of people that I have no idea who they are. They're like sound guys for the industry. I'm not gonna put on the sound guy. You know, you know, like 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 Chente, I would love to put on the show.
If they're an interesting interview, I don't know why you wouldn't.
I don't know any drummers, any sound guys that. Well, I actually saw some of the shows that Bumper had that had the like industry people, but he's got a relationship with all these guys because he goes to nightclubs and he drinks with all these sound guys and they buy him beers. I don't know. If Bumper buys people beers, like that. Back in the '90s, I didn't have to buy beers. People were just giving me beers like that. I was going to
Again,
nightclub
it's a big difference between Tejano,
back then,
yeah,
and now, yeah.
Tejano time and Tejano talk,
What Bumper?
and the fact that we have, you know, minimal people joining us every week is like, why would anybody want to pay? You know what I mean? So
Well, I'm just saying, if we ever get to that 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, I don't want
you're
to
already at
come.
800. I don't know. I mean, it's
What?
still 800 is a good number.
Not according to you.
I'm just saying a thousand
You know what?
subscribers versus
I would say
800.
we're definitely in the top 10 of Tejano podcasts in the world.
Okay.
Like that. The only ones that could rival us is like uh, hashtag PBT,
Yeah,
Bumper Show,
total
the Three
different.
Amigos, and
No,
Lawrence's shows.
they're totally different. They're like they're established. I mean, it's sad that we're here 3 years or 2 years, whatever we are.
Well,
We're not
Bumper,
established
okay.
yet.
Bumper and hashtag PVT, they basically started at COVID like that. They only have like a year or two ahead of us. We
And they
I said
they've
we're in
done
the
real well.
top 10. I'd be saying we're in the top 5, but I'm not gonna
Top 10 out of how many? Out of
of
11?
all
Out of,
Tejano
how
podcasts.
many do you think there are? About 11?
I don't know. That's why I said in the top 10.
Okay.
But I can only name like 5 or 6. So
Yeah.
and some of them that I've seen are pretty crappy like that.
Oh,
I'm
I
not gonna.
agree.
Yeah, so I would say we're in the top 5 for sure. But I'm being nice and saying
You're
top
talking
10.
about our show itself, not necessarily our viewership or
Right, our show
our reach.
quality.
Or our show quality is excellent, I think. Overall, I mean, I think we
Thank
might
you.
might be better, yeah, but the reach is not there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on YouTube we have far more reach than a lot of other podcasts. Now on
Okay.
Facebook, we're not on Facebook. We need. That's something I'm slacking on. We need to do that. Okay, but so what do we need to do that's different? Because I think I already told you, Mart. He's going to relieve a lot of stress off of me. So hopefully, the lack of stress on me is going to produce a better show. I'll still produce a show. I don't mind doing that. It's the waiting for all these artists to like Texas. I'll use the Texas Latino. I booked Texas Latino early in December. Okay, so it's like mid-January, like 6, 7 weeks in advance. Okay, so the week before, I contact the guest for like I contacted him on. Okay, I'm gonna take this back. I was sick all week this weekend, so I didn't contact him until Monday, like that. But I contacted him last week, and we rescheduled for this week. So he was already on board for doing this. So, but normally I would contact Texas Latino Wednesday or Thursday, reconfirm, and then once I ask him to reconfirm by Friday, and then if I got confirmation, then I'll create the thumbnail, and then I'll send them the link to the streaming platform and all that stuff. Okay, but waiting for them to respond is stressful.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and when
I bet I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
what
why you just don't like have a call up or like we could call up Mart. Hey Mart, nobody showed up. You want to get online? Yeah, at least he has a lot of stories to tell.
okay.
He has stories that he could tell us about so and so or whatever. But you don't ever do that. It's like you would rather just okay, let's eat it, let's keep going. It's just gonna be me and
You
you
don't even
and have
like doing the
questions.
show with me,
That's what I'm
just
saying.
me.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get Martin involved.
So
He,
you
even when he brings guests on, if he brings guests on, I think he should be on. I think you should give him the credit. Say,
well,
you
right
know,
now, this is how I'm using them for right now. Okay, later on, he might be part of the show. He might replace one of us.
he's welcome.
Okay, I know you don't really
Mhm.
care. Okay, so I'm not pushing him. I'm not
I
pushing
don't.
you out.
I am just saying that I think it would be a good incentive for him. Not incentive, but a good reward, maybe if you could say that.
Yeah.
Just to have him on the show too, because he brought the guest on, and they probably know each other pretty good and stuff, and
Okay,
they probably have stories. They probably have stories or something
and
that
you know
they
what?
talk
Maybe maybe this summer I'll bring him on and say, okay,
about.
Mark, you've had a couple months of booking this. How is it for you? I mean, was it easy, or Buddy's not lying that these artists are flaky. They don't respond their text mail. They don't email, messenger and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm not saying Texas Latino is flaky or anything. I'm just they were supposed to be on the show, and so, but I haven't booked for March 4th. After March 4th, I'm not going to reach out for a while like that. Like no show, Lucky Joe. I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
not going to reach out. If Mark from Freddie Records
Yeah.
wants him on here, then I'll say okay. But Mark, you're responsible to make sure he confirms and he's on the show. He shows up. Are you there? Oh, I
Hmm.
thought you froze for a second, like that. Hey, by the way, if oh wait a second. Okay. Hey, Mart's on there. Hey, Mart, are we lagging or anything? I really appreciate when the chat people tell us we're lagging or not, and I'll just refresh it. But Mart said, well, here I'll just put
Why
Mart
do you
there.
think we're lagging?
Okay. No, well, because sometimes we lag like that. I think 2 weeks ago we lagged or something like that. I'm working on it for sure. Okay, yeah, yeah. Just before the show, I was talking to Mart for about an hour, just telling him my frustrations on booking these artists, and so he's in charge of booking all the artists for 5 days in April. There's 5 Tuesdays in April, so and I asked him to do it by Valentine's Day. And if he doesn't do it, if he doesn't do there's 5 days. If he only books three, that's a, that's no sweat because that Thursday we're going to be at the Premios Mundial and there'll be lots of artists there, and we can just fill up the rest of the two with artists that we meet there. You know, I know I could contact other artists and stuff like that, like Angelica. We haven't had Angelica on the show for about a year, right?
Yeah, but we
And
have other artists like the DJ Izzy or Lizzie that was here just last week that we were talking to. Like she'd be a cool one.
oh, is it?
Like
Yeah.
that DJ that used to do those that I forgot his name. He was talking to us and stuff, and he did some kind of TV and stuff. Remember DJ
Oh,
Big E, I think.
Big Easy or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I can't,
yeah. I mean, like him too.
how do I
Yeah.
say this? I met the guy. He's a nice guy, but he did strip clubs too. I don't know how to get those
And
kind of
it's
stories.
part of our life. Part of our
Yeah,
life, man.
well, it's not part of my life. How
Well,
often do you go to strip clubs?
at least once a month.
You do? Can I
Mhm.
go? Can I go with you?
Sure.
Okay, because I don't go to any of those. I'll just have to hang out in Fort Worth sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And so, okay, good. Mart said there's no lag so far in the audio. Video, not for sure.
Did you ever move?
Who? Me?
You. Uh huh.
No, I'm planning to sell the house in about the summer,
Okay. All right.
like that. And I don't know if, well, there's other things going on in my life, but I plan to sell the house in
I understood.
like in June. I'm not gonna share everything that's going on in my life,
Okay,
but
understood.
yeah.
Hello.
But I might move to Wiley. I might move to Allen, or I might stay here for another year. I don't know. It depends on what we decide that's going on in my life. All right. Oh, what would Mark say? Let's see. When you go, Nemo, I'll go to. I'm down to go with you too. Okay. All right. All right. So Mart's going to do that. Another thing we should probably change is the time. We probably should. Uh, I forgot what we said. You said when I do this, then we can move to 8 o'clock. I forgot what that thing was.
When you promote it on other social media platforms, i.e., TikTok,
Facebook. Oh, is TikTok
Facebook,
still going? Because
TikTok,
I thought
yes,
TikTok shut down.
Instagram,
I thought TikTok shut down
Facebook,
Sunday.
yes, they're all
It's
going.
it's
Everything's
gone
going.
now.
It was a
Is it?
farce. It was a farce.
Oh, it was? I didn't
Yeah,
know.
it was
Oh,
just
okay.
smoke and mirrors. So,
Okay,
but yeah,
well, I'm gonna do Facebook because that's where a majority of our audience is at is Facebook, right?
well, again, I mean, when you do
Okay,
all that, then I'll
when
agree
I
that
start streaming to Facebook, you'll agree to do it at 8 o'clock.
IG, Facebook, and TikTok.
All
Only those.
three? No,
Yeah, little video
no,
clips.
no.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do all the clips. That
Okay.
clipping's hard, but I could stream to. Okay, I
I
might be.
I need promotion. You're not doing no promotion. If you want to
What
move to
promotion are
eight,
you
if
doing?
you
What promotion are you doing?
I just you just send me the link and I put it on and that's all I do.
Okay, is that grabbing us a lot of subscribers?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Nope.
No. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so you need to also do some other stuff. All right, you got to
Like
help out the show too, right? Okay,
what do you want me to do?
I will try to do Facebook. I'll try to live stream on Facebook.
No,
Lawrence will have
no.
to show me.
I really want clips, little clips on
I
TikTok
you know
of
what?
the show.
If you buy a program that does the clips from our show and
I
breaks it,
think you could do that. You could do that on your camera, dude. Or you could probably go to YouTube
I'm
and
not
just
going to
cut
spend
like bits.
hours. I'm not going to spend hours
Okay.
of doing that.
All right.
I want a
Then
program or a chat GPT or something like that. I upload an hour and it slices it up to 30 seconds and does the captions and all that stuff for me. I'm not going to spend
okay.
hours of slicing up,
Okay.
going through an
Well,
hour worth of
that's my
shows.
agreement. So you could have Mardon at 8 o'clock with you.
No. I
At
think
least
Facebook. If I stream to Facebook and IG, how's that?
I really want TikTok to be honest with you because those are the ones that are going to get you more exposure.
Okay. How am I going to? Does TikTok do an hour show on?
I don't know. I've seen people
Does
go live on
IG?
Tik. I've seen people go live on TikTok,
Does
but
IG do that?
I'm not on TikTok, so I wouldn't know. But I do know that
But
I
you
get a
want me
lot of
in on TikTok?
I
How come you
I,
don't do
I
TikTok
get
for Tejano USA?
because I'm you know what I'm pretty much established. I have the same advertisers since forever,
Yeah.
and just like I don't really worry about the Dallas market. You know, if it's somebody wants to advertise, by all means, I'm here for them, and I'll help them push whatever event they have. But I solicit very little. I go solicit very little and stuff. So
Okay.
that's just me. You asked my question. That's a question, and
All
that's my
right.
answer.
Well, if we can't stream it, I know we could stream an hour on Facebook. Can we stream an hour on Instagram? Hey,
Why do
Mark.
you why do you want to stream on TikTok is not really streaming kind of uh,
Well, then I don't want to edit. I just want to go live.
okay.
Editing is a time suck. Well,
Mm,
why do you think I haven't done the video show for 2, 3, 20 years? Because that's a time suck. I don't have that time to waste on that and not get paid for anything
mhm.
like that. I'd
You
rather
know,
just
if
do this.
you were to build up this show, you might get advertisers,
Why don't
uh,
we build up this show?
just like PVT does. You
Yeah, but
know,
he does it every day.
well, that's what I'm saying.
That's his job. This is not my job. This is not your job.
But it can be a good little source of money income for you.
I don't know.
Okay, just like the honey you say is not my job, but it's
Yeah.
a good little source of income for me.
You know, I don't need the money. I make over 100K a year. I don't need that.
Nobody even asked you, but okay, thank you very
No, you
much.
said it'd be a nice chunk of change for me. There's no
Uh,
way it would supplement my income.
Nobody even said that. Nobody even said that.
How much
I'm
do you think I can make on this?
even if it makes you $500 a week, maybe even if it
You think
makes you
500?
okay, dude. I'm just telling you. You're telling me that pays
Okay.
you to do it, well, that would pay you to do it.
You know what? Yeah, I don't know if you realize this, but hey, TDK, no guests again. Yeah, that's
Sorry,
something we got to
boss.
work on. Sorry, but
Sorry,
I would
TDK.
love to have you on the show, TDK, but you keep
Yeah,
saying no to me.
yeah. I see. You could be
You know?
a guest right now.
Yeah,
We could send
yeah.
you the
What?
link.
I would love to have you on. If you sent, I would. If I knew your email, I would send you a link right now.
Just email them real quick.
Yeah, email me, TDK. Love to have you. Hey, your friend Izzy, our friend Izzy, she reposted your dance thing on her Facebook, and it looks good. Okay,
Yeah,
I think she reposted your post. We want viewers. Yeah, I think everybody would like to meet you, TDK. There are a lot of people that have heard of you, but they've never seen you, and I'm sure you have interesting stories. Hey, is TDK a dance teacher? I know he dances a lot, but I don't know. Do you do Tejano dance lessons and stuff like that
I'm sure
for
you
like
can.
money? For like money? I don't know. I'm sure you'll dance for girls for free, at clubs and stuff. But do you teach like group lessons and stuff like that? I don't know how you make your money, TDK, like that. But uh, I you know, okay. How do I say this? When you get to a certain age, money is not as more valuable than time. Do you agree with me?
Oh, for sure. That's why I'm just comfy with the way it is right now, and
Yeah.
and you're the one to move it and stuff. So
I want to do what?
I'm just telling you what I agree upon right now. Right, you want to move the time and stuff, and but I'm just telling you what I want.
Okay, then we're gonna have lots of shows where we can't have certain artists on the show.
Well, that's going to be March's problem.
No, it's our problem. Okay, because you know what? This is what. Okay, wait a second. What did TDK said? No, sir, not a dance teacher. Okay, well, this is what's probably gonna be. Okay, let's see what he says. I've been brainwashing people about my dancing abilities online since the '90s.
I think you did a good job with that, man,
Yeah,
because a lot of
yeah,
people know your moves.
yeah. Or maybe Izzy makes you look good. I don't know.
Well, I mean, sure,
Yeah.
all his dancing partners make him look good.
Yeah, that's true. Uh, okay, so things that are probably going to change. Okay, and you might like it, but our people out there look for. I don't know if TDK looks forward to having us on on every Tuesday like that. But what's probably going to happen is if we book an artist and they don't reconfirm the week before, then we're just not going to have a show. And I'm sure you're okay with that.
Okay.
All right. So we might air once a month, twice a month, or 3 or 4 times a month.
Yeah.
And to grow our
I think you just need backups. I don't think I think
what backups?
whenever you do it like that, whenever you do we're here and there, that you need consistency. So you need backups like again DJ Lizzy or Biggie or like other people like say even like Tanya from Sportsman's. You need backups. Even if we have to interview Mart, let's interview Mart. You know, we like if they don't show up, well, we just have like a little conversation and stuff. We got to be consistent. I mean, you just can't have a show here and not show here. Oh, they show up. Did anybody show
Well,
up? No, they
I'm
can't.
not gonna. I'm not okay. I don't want to stress about the acts anymore. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
Our guest. Hey, Bumper. Hey,
Mhm.
Bumper. You know what? Hey, Bumper. Why don't you come on the show and tell everybody the. I mean, I would love to have you on the show. Hey, Bumper, do you want to be on the show?
Oh,
Uh,
Bumper can. Well,
yeah.
Mart can't.
Well, Bumper, has got his own podcast and stuff like that. I want him to tell you. Well, he might not have the same pains and tribulations I do on booking artists because they contact the heck out of him. He's got to turn people down. Okay,
Yeah, you can't compare us.
I know, but I wanted him because he probably has the same thing, and he probably has backups. I think a while back he said that he has them booked 6 months in advance, but he
That's what I'm
wanted
saying.
to stop doing that because I think people canceled on him and stuff like that. Hey, Luis.
See, we could
Oh wait,
interview Luis too. I mean, he's
yeah,
like P1s and stuff. I
Cubo
mean,
Bumper. Okay. Hey,
always,
Luis.
always around and stuff. You know, Jerry was a good interview because he
Yeah.
brought a lot of people in and stuff.
Hey,
So
I would love to have Luis on the show. We need to have our P1s on here. We had Jerry. We had who was our first guy? What was his name?
Sam.
Sam. We had Sam. Jerry. We had Alfredo was on the show, but he plays with a group, so
Hmm.
or Grupo Fijo, and
We could
I would
interview
love.
them. We don't have never interviewed them. Grupo Fijo.
Well, we did do Alfredo, but I don't know what else is going on. What are they saying? You have made it when Bumper tunes into your show. Yeah, I appreciate Bumper, but Oh wait, what did he say?
He gives us foul.
They don't cancel, but like to keep guests available in case they have a new. I have guests availables. I mean slots in case they have a new release or whatnot. Yeah, I know what I agree with you. Just had this discussion with Lawrence. That I would like us like podcasters just in general, like a core group that would. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let's say Patsy Torres. Okay, so, what I don't want to do is have all because a lot of our audience they overlap with all these other shows that we have. Like Bobby from California. He watches our show. He watches both of Lawrence's show. He watches Three Amigos show. He watches Bumper show. Okay, and Alfredo, TDK, Luis. They're like a common core group that goes to all of them. Okay, but TDK, Alfredo, and Luis and Mart they get a bigger platform here to interact because unfortunately Bumper they just do shout outs and that's it. You don't interact with a lot of these the guests that go back and forth. Some of them you do. Let me get it like that, but not as much as EDK. I mean, I read his stuff like that, and I know you're bigger, and you got Eddie back there to help you, and he's in charge of all that stuff. And I do appreciate it when he puts a shout out for Tejano talk back when I
Oh,
do that
oh,
because
he is hurt whenever you don't acknowledge him.
yeah.
He is hurt, Bumper.
Hey,
So I
Bumper.
mean, he's like, oh,
Yeah,
I was on there and he didn't acknowledge me. He's like,
but you know what?
you ruined his week,
I
man.
would love. Okay, he's probably already booked it, but I would love. I'm going to be in San Antonio Fanfare on that Wednesday. I would love to be on his show. Being interviewed and stuff
Again,
like that.
doing what?
But
What are you gonna do? Talk? What are you gonna talk
yes,
about?
we could talk about the industry.
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
lots.
yeah.
I've got lots of stories. We've had brunch several times, and we talk the entire time about stories and stuff like that. I have a lot of stories back from the '90s that he never had. He's got his own unique stories from COVID on. Because he started his show during COVID and stuff like that. So he's got a lot of stories of the new people in the industry, and of course he has the veteran artists and stuff like that. But you know, I have them from when they just started out. From back in the day. Like Stephanie, I knew her when she was a teenager. I
We know.
have, and same thing with Shelly, and I got stories about Bobby. I got stories about everybody from from back in the day. You know, and so, I think I'd be an interesting guest for his show. Now,
Interesting interviewer,
well,
interviewee.
both. I could interview him too.
Hmm.
Go back and forth. And I'll be
Bumper,
in
there you
San.
go.
Huh?
Bumper, there you
Yeah.
go. Your next guest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would love to, and I'm always open for that. I'm going to be there on a Wednesday. I tried to go to his house, ask him to be in his house last time, but he said, "Dude, it's going to be so crowded." I said, okay, I understand. I'm not going to force myself. I'd like to be asked, or like to come just watch, and if he needs a filler, I'll be there, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so and Lawrence and I went to his house like 2-3 years ago. I can't remember. And we had a good time just watching. I forgot who was there. I think it was those two little kids. Okay, consisting is key. Period. Doesn't matter how many viewers. Just keep coming in, doing y'all's thing. Honestly, I think the hardest part, yeah, of y'all's show is that it's remote. Well,
Really?
remote. I think that's probably the easiest thing.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we don't live in San Antonio, so
We don't
we
live
live
in
in,
San
yeah, we
Antonio.
live in DFW. So I
Yeah,
it's not as easy as where you live at because they live all around there for you.
yeah.
So
So you've got a plethora of artists that want to be on your show because they live there. They only have to travel 10, 15 minutes from the house to get to you. Most of them like that.
and you
Same with
have liquor.
yeah, and you have liquor. You booze them up there and stuff like that. It takes me 5 hours to drive there. I don't think anybody's gonna fly to come to my show or drive 5 hours to be
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
show.
Mm-mm.
So that's not the hardest thing. And remote is probably the easiest thing for them
Yeah.
to do,
I think the
like that.
hardest thing is find somebody that has good internet or a
Yeah,
good camera. That's the
yeah,
hardest thing.
and yeah, and cell phones suck. We do cell phones if we have to, but most of the
Yeah,
time,
we're not doing cell phones.
yeah. I think it was Eddie Gonzalez was on the show a couple weeks ago, and he had to do it. Actually, you know what? He did it on computer or
Yeah,
webcam.
he said he wasn't doing a cell
Yeah, but
phone.
the connection at that bar that he was at wasn't very good. And I
Oh,
chatted the guy that hooked him up there. I don't know if he's a manager or stuff like that. I said, "What can I do to fix this thing up?" And I said, I told him, sometimes if you refresh, it gets better. But I didn't want a chance that if it refreshed and we lost Eddie, and we couldn't have the interview with the guy. So I didn't mind a blurry Eddie than no Eddie. All right? Do you
yeah,
agree?
no, it was good. Did he ever send you the picture he drew?
No, I'm supposed to meet him when I go to San Antonio,
Oh, okay.
like that. I'll call him when I'm gonna be there February 20th, but I'm gonna be there all weekend. So
Okay.
I'm picking up Mart on Thursday at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna meet up with them, and then he was gonna
Sweet.
fly, but I said, I'm on my way. As long as he can meet me at 1 o'clock, halfway point. I think DFW is the halfway point. I said I'll pick not DFW, Love Field. So I'll pick you up at Love Field at 1 o'clock. If you're 30 minutes late, I'm sorry, I'm heading out because it takes me 5 hours and I gotta rest. I'm not gonna speed up.
Well,
Go.
you could let him drive, and y'all could take
No,
turns. So.
no, I can't give up control of my car.
Mhm.
Whenever I go out with friends and colleagues, I'm the driver. I will very few. I don't like anybody driving
Got it.
me like that. So no, I mean Mart probably would suggest that, but I'm not going to do that. But hey, Bumper, you gonna invite me over? I'm not in San Antonio often. Hey, you know what? No, I'm not going to be there Wednesday for the Mundial Awards.
See, see what happens when you chime in and say hello, Bumper.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to be there. Sometimes he breaks up his show into two parts. Let me be one of the parts. Let me be the pre-show to the artist. You know, like that. Uh, oh wait, what does Bumper say? Okay, I mean, like the show. People like the in person. I do agree. People do like the in person interviews. It's a different feel. We have guests from all over Texas that come in. We work with radio stations for interviews either the following day. Oh, that's great. Yeah, but we don't have a Tejano radio show in DFW, do we?
Well, I mean, maybe the Pancho Pistola show, or I don't know who
Yeah,
else
that's an
streams.
internet radio show. Yeah.
But he still has artists.
Well, yeah, that's true. And Big Vic, we could do. I guess, man.
See, and we could even call Big Vic. He's a great interviewer
Yeah,
too.
you know what? I'm gonna give Mart Big Vic's contact and let Big Vic give Mart the phone number. I don't want to stress about booking the artists. I mean, Big Vic is a good resource. They have artists all the time, big name artists, and if Big Vic calls them or Pancho calls them, the title artist is going to answer. Okay, that's something that Mart's going to have to develop. So I'm challenging him because it's not easy. And I could help him. I can give him some phone numbers of other people. He could contact other guests, that's been on the show and bring them back. It's just like how do I don't want to stress about booking them 6 weeks in advance, waiting the week before to reconfirm and not know if they're going to be on the show like that. Because last thing I want to do is disappoint everybody that watches us for a show, and secondly, I don't want to disappoint you, Nemo.
Got it.
because I know you want an artist. What it, he said,
That's what.
bring in Mart to the show. He is very knowledgeable in the industry today. Yeah, I know. I'm bringing in them slowly.
You see, TDK said no guests again. So
Yeah, I know. I already put that up there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have Mart. I'm gonna let him do the hard. Look, interns. You let the interns do the crappy stuff first, like that. And the crappy stuff for me is booking these artists. And you know what? He wants to be a promoter in the future. So you know what? He needs to get a catalog of phone numbers and artists and bring connections and stuff like that. Right? That's what promoters do. He could start booking quinceañeras and weddings and nightclubs and festivals. Say, hey, he could be he could be the next Frank T if he works it right. Or was it Josie from
hmm
Insomnia?
hmm
He could be that kind of guy. All he has to do is have connections and call them up and help negotiate. Oh, wait a second. Hey, Barbacoa Bandits, we haven't heard from you in a long time. It said maybe contact local promoters and club owners to keep you in the loop as which artists will be in there. You know what? It's not like we haven't tried that. Thank you, Barbacoa Bandits. I tried to get Josie on the show and try to do that. I tried to get Frank T. Those are just two of the biggest promoters in our
that we
industry.
have. Period. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're no shows too. They say they'll be on the show and they don't, and they don't return their emails or texts or phone calls either, messages. So I'm fighting that battle too, and like I said, it's stressing me out. You know, a matter of fact, you know what? I got Cindy Ramos on here. I probably should have her on the show. She's another Cajuto artist like that. And then right here, I've got Tejano Bluesman right here. I met these guys a while back too. Cindy Ramos, I met a while back. I think they call her the Queen of Conjunto. I think I can't remember. Uh,
Oh yeah.
let's see. Wait a second.
Self-proclaimed, or
Bumper
where's she got
says,
that
for
name
me, the best part of the show is Nemo's facial reactions. They are the best. Yes, I agree. What about my
Thank you,
facial
sir.
reaction?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I don't
It's
know.
like I can't believe he says what he
Thanks,
says. But
Bumper.
okay, thank
You know, well, Bumper, you'll never have Nemo on your show because he doesn't
you.
travel. And I know Bumper. He says,
Whoa.
"No Nemo, nobody." Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, but okay. I mean, if I live closer like that, I would take any Wednesday you have, but that's a 5 hour drive for me. So I have to only go during special events, which is fanfare basically. All right, and I got a regular 9 to 5. No, not 9 to 5. A 9:30 to 12:30 job, like that. I stick around until 2 o'clock every day to just be consistent. What did TDK say? Pero que no ande pero and el M Fab. Oh, Mart Fab. Every time I see him, anda pero. I don't know.
Hey, that makes the show even better, man. That's what
Did
I
I
said.
can't read Spanish? I don't
I said,
understand.
pero que no ande pedo Oh, you took it off.
Oh, go ahead. You can read
It's
it.
El MFAB, Mart, right? Every time I see him, anda pedo. Just saying that he's always drunk whenever he sees him. But
Okay.
again, I think that would be a great interview right there. You know what I
They
mean?
have him drunk.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's not drunk, but he's probably drinking
I
and
don't
stuff.
know.
Just
But you
like,
know what? I noticed Bumper Show, he didn't get a shit face like he did in the early years. And
well,
some of the artists would be drinking shots and all that stuff. He doesn't do that anymore. He might have a shot or two, but he didn't get wasted like he used to, which is, I think, a good thing. I don't know.
yeah, for sure.
But I don't want people to get drunk on the show, even though we have a drinking game that we haven't promoted in a long time,
Yeah.
like that.
If they are inebriated, like as we were interviewing them, what can we do? You
Yeah.
gonna tell them, "Oh, don't drink"? Well, come on.
No, I don't hold anybody back from drinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
that.
I mean,
I know.
we're
But
not
Bumper
buying.
encourages it.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
he's
I don't
got
blame
the
them.
big. I
Better interviews that way.
I hope Bumper has a tequila sponsor. That big bottle. I don't know what it's called, but it's from Mexico. So he probably should have them as a sponsor.
I'm sure there's.
But Bumper is, I think he's doing well. He's got ads on his show and stuff like that. So he's like one of the few Tejano podcasts. Uh, well, you know what? I think someone told me. I think it might have been Bumper that said that hashtag Rock and Roll James would consider his show a Tejano podcast like that.
I can see
Wha-
that.
Okay, read that for me. I don't know. Quinte penas? What's that?
Quita penas.
What's that mean?
You, I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
guess drinking it takes away.
Oh, is that the name of the
Your,
tequila?
oh, oh, maybe that's
Oh,
it.
I don't know. Okay. Mart says, I still play the
See,
drinking game
so
from
in
you.
reality,
Okay.
it's our fault, TDK. Why
All
he's
right.
that way, man? It's not your fault. It's not his fault.
Okay.
It's our fault. It's
All right. So that's some of the things that. Okay. What did it say? Oh, that's the name of the tequila. Okay. Quinta Penas. Okay.
quita penas, and it
Quinta
relieves.
Penas.
It relieves. I guess you're more vulnerable.
Okay. You know, I was talking to Mart earlier, and he says, "Yeah, I'm fixing to go get a six pack and start drinking now." You
He said
know?
18 pack. That's pretty
Oh,
good, man.
18 pack. Well, when I talked to him, it was a six pack. I guess
You're a
he,
skinny guy, man. I don't see. I mean, I guess.
according to
mm,
Mart, he says he's gaining weight. He's never weighed
well,
so much. I go,
well, I'm
dude.
drinking an 18 pack on a
Hey,
Tuesday.
guess who
Yeah.
we have on now? Dr. Joe, my
Where's
brother.
Where's he been?
Well, he's got to work.
See, we could interview him.
Hey, my brother. Actually, my wife is at his house right now because my wife doesn't know how to do PowerPoint. So my nephew Anthony, my wife took my sick daughter. I guess she's feeling better. And well, I don't know. My wife might be home by now. I have no that, but my wife doesn't know how to do a PowerPoint. She needs a PowerPoint, so she drove all the way to my brother's house, which is south of Arlington, and we live in Murphy. Okay, like that. And so, hey, bro. Hey, Bumper says, mark and drink Frito Light
Feel light all day.
all day. Okay. Fijo Light? Is it
Frio
Frito
light.
Light? Okay. Cold beer. All right. Uh, I guess Bumper is not answering my question. Can I be a guest on his Wednesday of uh,
Yeah, I
of
blame him.
fanfare?
Like, nobody here, nobody here.
Yeah. Hey, I gave him
Oh,
a T-shirt.
the signal's not coming
I,
in for him.
I gave him a T-shirt. I told him I was going to give him one. I gave it to him during Vegas Tejano. I don't think I've ever seen him wear it on the show. That would be great if you did. Puro Fijo
Not
like
everything's
daddy.
about not everything's about you, dude. Just because you give people stuff doesn't mean
Okay.
that they have to
Hey Bumper, I
like
think.
give you a shout out.
Okay. Hey Bumper, how come you're not clipping your show? Like Nemo wants me to clip my show, but you don't clip your show for Reels, for Instagram, or what did it say?
Upload them on your channel.
And I said, that's a negative. We are booked. Yeah, I told you you're booked like that. Hey, how about next year? I'm giving you full, 54 weeks in advance. Oh, probably 56, 58 weeks in advance.
Just
Can
say
you
yeah.
book? Can you
Just say
just
yeah.
book me?
Just say yeah.
Pencil me in?
Just
All
say
right.
yeah.
Even
Just
if I
sure,
have to
sure,
sit in
yeah.
the back and drink beers in the back and I'll just shut up. I'll just go, hey. And if you want to include me, you can
And
include
look, it's eight
me.
o'clock already. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
Bumper, we're going to change our format because even though you said be consistent, if the artist is not consistent enough to show up, I don't think I'm going to have a show. And I don't think Nemo wants to do a show unless there's a guest. And having some backup, wait, what's that? We do clips. Just did 60K views. Which on what platform do you do clips? You do clips of your
You have a
uh,
show.
of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. I've never seen them. I've seen you do, like reels like this, like that, but not where you cut up the show and put text to it and all that stuff, like reels. You do that on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram?
You
Are you
know,
on?
in a year from now, when you interview him, you could ask him that question.
Okay. Oh, you do it on TikTok? The,
See?
okay. Dr. Joe says take a hint. No, I ain't taking the hint. Shut
Thank you,
up,
Dr.
Ed.
Joe.
Like
That's
that.
why you're the doctor.
Okay. He does Facebook and TikTok and YouTube, but you're doing reels on Facebook and in TikTok. TikTok doesn't do an hour show, right? You can't stream in TikTok for an hour. I think I don't know because that's the only. I don't want to chop it up. Hey, are you using? Is Eddie using software to cut up your show? That would be nice to know. Maybe you know what? Mart's goal is to do similar to Lawrence, is like produce music videos and stuff like that. Maybe, hey, Mart, if you want to cut up Tejano talk and do reels and stuff. And you can even do Tejano talk clips and start your own thing if you want to grow that. And if you make money or if you get 1,000 subscribers, go for it. You got my permission. Okay. Yeah, Mart, you can clip them up all you want. Okay. Just make us look good. We use an iPhone, not an Android. I don't know what that means. I know you use
Yeah,
iPhones, but you clip you clip up your show on an iPhone.
yeah. There's it has the software on there.
It does it for you automatically.
It has an app to do videos.
That clips up an hour show or a 3 hour
I don't
show
know. I don't know, dude. I'm
like
just
that,
telling you.
and then you
There's
just pick and choose what you like, the clips you like.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I want just a software. I know Chat GPT or some AI software. Probably if I load it up and said, you know, pick the most viewed clips like that during that because I got analytics throughout the whole thing of our 50 viewers at the time like that. If they're clipping on a certain time, they'll clip that up and stuff like that. I don't know. I said
And
put
it's 802.
put a mic in
803
front
now.
of Mart and let him
There you
let him
go. That's
drink.
a show in itself.
Yeah, we'll put him like right here on the side, right there, and he'll just drink. How's that? Hey, Mart, you want to do that this summer? We're going to take your advice, Bumper, and if Mart wants to be part of the show, we'll put a little round circle of him drinking all the Dos Equis or Frio Light that he wants, like that. Won't put a mic in front of him, not until he gets good and sloshed like that. Uh, Dr. Joe, yeah, it's his bedtime, and so it's yours. Go to bed, Ed,
Thank you.
like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got the hint. Ed, get the hint. All right. You're supposed to be my brother. You're not supposed to critique my ass like that. Don't give me shit. I got Nemo for that. Nemo gives me shit.
and,
Okay.
and this Nemo, I know you say.
Okay. All right. We are going over.
Thanks, Bumper. Thanks for chiming in, man.
Wait, wait,
Appreciate you,
wait.
bro. Thank
Let
you
me
very
tell you.
much. Mark,
Hey, let me tell you.
GDK,
Hey, Bumper.
Barbacoa Bandits,
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Dr.
Except for,
Joe, especially you,
no,
man.
no, except for Dr. Joe. Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
I know, especially you.
Yeah. Things that are going to happen. Mart's going to start booking the guests in April.
Don't forget Luis.
Hey, Luis. And Mark's going to do that. You know, I we I
We've been
if
talking about it the whole show. They already know.
okay.
Are you
Well, okay. Tell
recapping
me
or what are
what
you
the
doing?
changes are going to be.
What you're going to try and change is he's going to book the show.
Okay,
So
that's one thing. What else is going to change?
I don't
If
know.
an artist doesn't show up, then we're not doing the show.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you're going to be inconsistent. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to be consistent, but that's up to the artist. If they
You don't
book,
want to. You don't want no backups. Pretty much, you're just gonna say
well, that's more stress on me. Maybe Mark, why don't you get
no,
some backups too? Because Nemo's
no.
backups don't pan out. There's only been like two or three that panned out.
When was there a backup? I need a backup.
Frank
What did?
T,
Oh,
Josie,
that wasn't a
uh,
backup. That was a guest.
yeah, even the guests didn't come in like that.
Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't
All
wasn't
right. Okay, so
wasn't
Mark, you,
backups.
you heard that? Line up some backups. Okay, the people that we call like 2 days prior. I don't want to do this 24 hours before they. If we have a show on Tuesday and they cancel on Monday, I'm not going to call up a backup. Hey, we got an artist cancel us the last day, so
We have Vic as a
show up.
backup here. He's more than happy to chime in.
Okay. Well, you know what? Then maybe I should. I don't want to contact anybody else. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get
Okay,
through.
that's cool. That's cool. I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good
So
with not
we
having
might
an
not
artist.
have
Yeah,
shows if
yeah,
if artists back
yeah,
down,
yeah. Mhm.
and if 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. We're never going to reach out to you. You're going to have to do something for us. Put on a concert or something like that for us. Wish me happy birthday on your all your socials or something like that. I don't know, like that. Like no show, Lucky Joe. Hey, I ain't gonna reach out to him again like that. He canceled 3 times. Didn't even call me the third time to apologize and like that. The only way I'll have him on there is if Mark from Freddie Records says, "Hey, buddy, we'd love to have you know, Lucky Joe on there." Oh, you mean no show Lucky Joe? You want on the show?
But you
I
already
said,
said this on the show.
yeah. So
You
I
already
mean, I'm
said
not gonna
this.
reach out. So I
You're
mean,
just
he's
you're just
just an
recapping
example.
everything. You're just recapping
Yeah,
everything.
I'm recapping everything. I just said
Why?
these are the
It's like
changes that happened.
8:06
Okay.
now.
All right.
Hello.
Next week. Okay. Do you want me to put on the music video for George Salazar. Just so
No,
everybody.
no,
No.
not anymore.
Wait, George.
Okay.
Sa-
Well, you put it on, and I'm gonna
Salazar.
just sign off. I
Okay, wait.
appreciate it.
Wait. Let me see if I got a. Oh, where is it? I can't. No, that's not him.
Okay.
No, that's not
Well,
him.
vaya con Dios.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have it ready for next week. I
There you
wasn't
go.
planning on showing it, but
There you
you
go.
asked me to do it, so
Yeah, I
I'm
asked
doing it.
earlier, like for filler, but
Okay,
okay.
but I needed to. Well, obviously, we don't need a filler because we used the whole hour, didn't we?
Mhm. Mm.
Okay.
All right.
Dr. Joe, October 3rd is Buddy's birthday. Yeah. No show. Lucky Joe watches this show all the time, so remember that day, okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna hold my breath. All right. Same thing for Sunny. Sunny, I'm not gonna reach out to Sunny either.
And
Okay.
broadcasts.
And broadcast. Well, no. I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
Thank you, Lord. I'm Nemo with the Honey USA.
And you've been listening to Buddy whining all day, all
Yes,
the show,
like
okay?
a
And you've been
whack.
listening to the whiny Tejano Talk. Okay. Next
Sorry.
week, I won't be whining, hopefully, because I think George
If he shows up, we'll be here. If he
yes.
doesn't, we won't be.
Yeah, if George doesn't show up or doesn't reconfirm, then we won't be here next week because
Got it.
I'm done doing that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. And broadcast. See you next week, Nemo, and let's cross our fingers and hopefully all our artists show up from now on.
Got it.